I was thinking today about this philosophical principle, which, by the way, also matters when it comes to law of attraction, manifesting, and whatnot. The only moment that's truly real is right now. The past and the future, in a way, it doesn't exist. What do I mean by that? Well, time is not linear. Time exists only right now because think about it. Whatever it was that happened in the past, it was now. It was happening now, but it was happening back then as now. Whenever you have a memory of something happening in the past, you only have this memory of something that happened at the moment. So just the same way when it comes to the future, whatever will happen, it will be right now. Why should we think about the past and the future? The only moment that exists is now. It's the only moment that we should be focusing on. Which is why in the law of attraction community they keep telling you to just feel good or whatever else right now. To imagine something happening right now. It's all about right now. So not only that's interesting from the philosophical side of things, but it's also important, like I was mentioning, to manifest great things. You always gotta think of now. What can you do to feel good now? What can you do to improve your life now? It's all about now, not the before or not what will happen, not the past, not the future, only now. You should always be thinking in terms of what can be done right now so I can improve. Not what I want to do a few years into the future. No. What are you going to do now to change the future, which by the way, it will be now when the future happens. I'm not sure this can be 100% proven because I believe even history isn't exactly trustworthy. I mean, what they tell us isn't exactly trustworthy. So many times history is not even real. But this thing nevertheless resonates. I mean, Nikola Tesla once said, apparently, and as wild as that is, he claimed to have created a time traveling machine. And when he saw the past, the now, and the future, he said everything was happening at the same moment, which is now. He saw the past, the now, and the future happening in the same moment. And yeah, it's really interesting. It would mean that there's no such thing as time as we understand it. There's only different frequencies. So, in a way, what you see now, what's happening around you right in this moment, let's say the same thing, maybe not the same thing, but something is happening right here, right now as well. In, let's say, 1922, something was happening then, but it's also happening now. Only you can see that because it's on a different frequency. Also, when it comes to the future, well, in 2225, something will be happening, but something is also happening right now. Only you can see that because it's a different frequency. So when we're also talking about shifting timelines to our desired timeline when we're successful, blah blah blah, whatever it is that you want, you can see that timeline now, that future now, because you're not yet on that frequency. You have to change the frequency. We're not even talking about traveling into the future to our desired future and having that future happen. It's just changing frequency more than time travel, if it makes sense. Well, anyway, the topic is kind of complicated, maybe not, but the conclusion is there's only now. So what can you do now to improve? What are you going to do now that's going to improve your future, even though the future will also be now, or a different timeline, I guess.